Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Thoughtful Thursday, answering the questions that have come in through You Ask For It. Again, thank you so much for submitting your questions. Here's the question that came in. Perhaps darker than Psalms chapter 28 or anything we find in the book of Job is what we encounter in Ecclesiastes 6 verses 1 through 3. In this text, God gives a man wealth, possessions, and honor, but God does not give this man the ability to enjoy life. Solomon blames God for this. Is Solomon justified in blaming God? All right, so that is the question. Let's get into the text so that way we can have some context through the question here. All right, so verses 1 through 3. I have seen another evil under the sun, and it weighs heavily on mankind. God gives some people wealth, possessions, and honor so that they lack nothing their hearts desire. But God does not grant them the ability to enjoy them, and strangers enjoy them instead. This is meaningless, a grievous evil. A man may have 100 children and live many years, yet no matter how long he lives, he cannot enjoy this or his prosperity, and does not receive proper burial. I say that a stillborn child is better off than he. All right, so let's actually read the rest of Ecclesiastes to actually give us some context, because he actually explains himself in those three verses. Because if you actually read it for that sake, I mean, it's like, whoa, I mean, God gives some people wealth and possessions, and then others, he's saying that you have it, but you can't enjoy it. And now strangers who now don't work for it actually enjoy the wealth and possession. It doesn't seem fair. And he was saying that, like, just like that, it would be better off if you were just a stillborn child, somebody who just didn't live their life. So it seems pretty dark, doesn't it? Well, verse 4 says this: it comes without meaning, it departs in darkness, and in darkness its name is shrouded. Through it never saw the sun or knew anything. It is more at rest than does that man. Even if he lives 1,000 years twice over, but fails to enjoy his prosperity, do not all go to the same place. So again, he's explaining himself, just like how you can live 1,000 years or not live, be a stillborn child. They all go to the same place, that everyone dies at the end of the day. Verse 7, everyone's toil is for their mouth, yet their appetite is never satisfied. All right, let's talk about that here, because more of one thing does not equate to satisfaction or fulfillment. I think we all know that, and that's what Solomon is saying right here, that more of something actually you want, you greed and lust and pride, all those things, it just increases typically when you have more of something. And so he's saying, I'm going to read that one more time. Everyone's toil is for their mouth, yet their appetite is never satisfied. And let's go to the very end of the chapter, verse 12. For who knows what is good for a person in life? During the few and meaningless days they pass through like a shadow, who can tell them what will happen under the sun after they are gone? All right, so again, pretty dark if you look at it from a perspective of like, man, I can't enjoy anything. And I don't think that's what Solomon is saying right here. What we have to understand is where our fulfillment and satisfaction and value come from. It's not bad to have things of this earth, right? It's not bad to have a house, a car, hobbies, golfing, motorcycles, crafting, whatever it may be. That's not bad. But where does our value come from? Because it's not of the things of this earth. These things of the earth, they come and they go. They end up meaningless. But where does our value come from? That needs to come from being a child of God, that receiving that free gift of salvation through Jesus Christ, because God loves us so much that he sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for you and for me. And so let's not be so focused and fixated on the wealth and the possessions of these things here on this earth. They will come and they go. What does the Bible say? Don't store up treasures here on this earth, but treasures in heaven where moth and rust cannot destroy. So let's put our focus, let's put our investment in things that are eternal, not temporary. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for another daily dose for spiritual growth.